Any questions, guys? Any questions, any doubts before starting the session?
Shanmugh, I pinged you in WhatsApp
Okay, regarding Harshit.
regarding about I'm unable to open my remote desktop in 2019.
When you pinged me,
Night actually.
night 12 o'clock, huh?
Uh,
Hmm? I'm not a,
yes.
I'm not a robo, Harshit. That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
That's
Like
fine. Yeah,
I'm
yeah, I
not
got it.
expecting.
Yeah, I got it.
I'm not expecting
Good.
a immediate response. Just I
Correct,
pinged
correct.
you whenever you
Yes,
have
yes, yes.
time. So just reply to me.
No problem, no problem. I'll check that one. Harshit. 1 minute. I got an error. Okay. So what error you are getting? I guess my
Uh,
desktop services session has ended. Okay.
Screenshot.
I got it. So I'll tell you the reason why, huh? Not an issue. Any other questions, guys? Anyone tried setting up the VM? Anyone tried? How many of you tried, guys, creating VM and all and setting up RDP? I guess 2 or 3 people.
Yeah, Shanmugh had tried, but Windows is not so.
It's okay. Windows Home you are using, right? Okay, not an issue. Hima,
Yes.
have you tried?
Yeah. Did you share that links and all, Shanmugh, for me?
Not yet. Not yet for you. Okay.
Uh,
Just you just confirm it,
Hi,
right? So you'll
Shanmugh.
get
I
time.
created the VM machine, but I haven't tried the RDP connection.
Okay, so RDP don't take much time, right? So you don't have time, or is it not supporting in your machine?
No, okay. I didn't get a chance to, but I
Okay.
will try now.
Yeah. It don't take much time, hardly 2 settings. That's it.
Okay, Shanmugh. I will
Yeah.
try.
Yeah. Okay. Very good, Dinesh. So for some of you, I guess this is the first class. Okay, so that, don't worry, guys. Again, I suggested to follow the last weekend playlist. 4 videos will be there. Please complete, guys, that 4 videos in case if you are not yet. Okay, so that is very important. So the continuation classes will be there. So this is the fifth class. So please watch the last 4 classes. Very important. Try to complete it by today or tomorrow. Okay, early by Monday so that you will be on track. If you are keep postponing the things, then again, lot of things you have to practice, right? So it will be difficult. And maybe today I'm going to create a tracker like last batch. So I'll upload everything like what kind of demos we have. So I'm going to track each and every one. I'm going to share that tracker list to you. So you have to update whether you did that setup or not in the tracker. Okay. And I'll also add the assignments to the tracker. So you have to update there itself directly in the tracker whether you did the assignment or not. Okay. If you stuck at any point, you can ping me. Mostly ping me uh, between 10 to 6 p.m. Okay, so that you will get immediate response. Okay, and that too again, if I'm in the interviews and all, I'll be responded after the whenever I'm free. Okay, so just try to ping me between 10 to 6 p.m. guys, and yeah. Don't miss the practice again. I'm saying every batch I'll tell this the same point, but people will miss the practice if you keep postponing. Again, you have to practice a lot of things, guys. Okay, so initially, if you are a non-technical background, you have to spend at least 4 to 5 hours a day to set up the things. Later, you will be comfortable. Maybe after 2 3 weeks or after 1 month, you will be comfortable, and you can do it like you can hardly spend 3 hours something like that on every topic. It will be enough guys. But initially, to set up the environment and all, initially you have to spend some extra time. Chalo. Any other questions before jumping into the session? Right. Chalo guys. So in the last weekend, what we did, we just discussed about the SQL Server overview, the training overview, and we discussed about the SQL Server history, how SQL Server is like invented and all, everything we discussed, and we also discussed about the versions of SQL Server. Okay, and we also discussed about editions of SQL Server, and we also discussed about Windows Server versions, and we also discussed about the build number format. Okay, so what is build number, what it indicates, how to understand the build number, how to check the version of the SQL Server without connecting to the SQL Server, how to check the version of the SQL Server, and how to create a VM, what is the VM, what is RDP, what is meant by remote desktop connection, how we will connect to the servers in the organization, what kind of mechanism involved in setting up the RDP, how to install operating system, Windows 19 operating system, and all these things we covered in the last weekend. So, but don't it's not a difficult thing, guys. It's not a no need to break your heads and all for that. Just practice, just watch the last 4 classes. You'll get a complete idea on the environment. Okay, fine. So today we are going to, yes, please. Hima, any questions, Hima?
Oh, sorry. I forgot to
Okay.
unmute.
Yeah. So, and this week we are going to cover SQL Server installations. Okay, how to install a SQL Server. What are the prerequisites to install a SQL Server? How we are going to get the inputs from the users. Okay, and once SQL Server installation is done, I'm going to tell you what kind of changes will be there after the SQL Server installation, like what kind of services will be created, what kind of folders will be created. Okay, so all these things will be covered this weekend, and we will also cover creation of databases. What is a database, how to create a database. Okay, and the internals of database, how internally data will be organized in the SQL Server. So everything we are going to cover in this weekend, guys. Okay, so last weekend we have created the virtual machine, right, using this Oracle VirtualBox Manager. So tell me, guys, what is the shortcut to start the machine, virtual machine? What is the shortcut to start the virtual machine?
Double click on the VM.
Very good. Okay, so you can just double click on the VM. So if you see here, powered off state. So if you see it is a powered off state, if your laptop is shut down, can you access the laptop? Not possible, right? In the same way, if VM is shut down or powered off state, you cannot access your RDP and all will be closed. Okay. So now the machine is in powered off state. Let's start this machine. Just I'm going to double click on this. Okay. So in the last weekend itself, we have already installed the Windows Server operating system. So, and we have also discussed how to connect to the servers through RDP. And I told you 2, 3 challenges are there with RDP. So can anyone tell me the challenges of RDP? Like who cannot connect to RDP? I told you 2, 3 challenges. These people can't use RDP feature. So what are those challenges with RDP?
The PC properties, it should be enabled to remote desktop.
RDP settings to be enabled. Okay, settings to be enabled. Next, what are the I mean to say, you cannot connect to the RDP if you don't have these features. What are those features? These are the checklist to connect to the RDP or prerequisites, I can say.
Network, go to network,
Virtualization should be enabled.
Internet, yes, virtualization should be enabled. Yes, internet, we should have internet. Why? Because your local laptop and your virtual machine both are going to connect together using your internet. So if you are practicing without internet, you cannot use RDP, guys. Okay. If you are practicing without internet, you cannot use RDP. That is the first important thing. Second important thing, someone already posted in the chart. What is the second important thing? What is the other prerequisite we should have? Srikanth, what issue you faced earlier?
Windows not supporting.
What is the prerequisite then?
Windows must be Windows.
We should have either 10 Pro, okay, or 11 Pro in your laptop. Your laptop OS version should be either Windows 10 Professional or 11 Professional. So some of you are using Windows 10 Home or 11 Home. So the RDP feature is not supported in 10 Home or 11 Home edition. Where I have to check, Shanmukh, go to your laptop, open run. What is the shortcut to open run? Windows R. Type msinfo32 or else simply go to start button, type system information. You will get it. Okay, you can see here. Okay, OS name, the first column, the first record, OS name, Microsoft Windows 10 Pro. So if your laptop is having 10 professional or 11 professional, then only your RDP is going to support, guys. Okay, this is very, very important. Okay, thing that you want to use RDP. That is the second important thing. Third important is the IP is keep changing, guys. The IP that you are using, generally how we can connect to server, guys, using IP address, right? So the IP is going to be changed, guys, every time. Okay, so for example, if you start now, you'll get one IP. If you start in the evening, you'll get another IP. If you start tomorrow morning, one more IP. So what you have to do? Every time you have to, if I want to talk to you, if I want to call you, I should know your name, right? Without name, I cannot call you, right? So in the same way, if I want to talk to the machine, virtual machine, I should know the name or I should know the IP address of the machine, right? So the IP address will keep on changing every time. So what we have to do once we start the machine, what we have to do? What we have to do? We have to check what is the current IP address, correct? We have to check what is the current IP address, guys. So that's why whenever I'm starting the VM, every time I will log into this VM. Either you can use input keyboard control alt delete, or shortcut is, what is the shortcut to log into the VM virtual machine? What is the shortcut to log into the virtual machine?
Control delete.
Control, which control?
MSTSC.
No,
Right
that is
side
RDP.
control.
Right control delete.
MSTSC is RDP shortcut. Okay, so right control, you will have two control keys on your keyboard, laptop keyboard. Okay, so you can see right control and left control. Use only right control and only delete. It will show you control alt delete, but don't press control alt delete. Your laptop will be locked. Okay, so use only control key and delete key. Okay, right control, that too right control, done. You'll get the login screen like this. So you have to give the password. What is this password? Once the operating system installation is done, you will set up one strong password, right? That password you have to give. So this is called direct login. Again, I am saying, Shanmukh, you said those who are using Windows 10 Home, 11 Home, they cannot practice the RDP, right? Then how to connect to the server? You can connect to the server in two ways. One is through RDP. Second way is through direct connection.
Direct.
So as the machine is in your laptop, so direct connection is possible here in the practice. But in the organization, you cannot do direct connection, direct login. Who can do direct login? Only Windows people can do that. Okay, Windows people can directly log into the machine. Even though if RDP is not supporting, they can directly log into the machine. As this machine is in my laptop, I can directly log in, or I can log into the machine through RDP also. So don't worry if RDP feature is not supporting, guys. Nothing to worry. Are you getting the point? So only the thing is, you cannot practice RDP feature only, but it is not going to block any of your other topics like installations, everything. Only RDP won't work if you are using 10 or 11 home edition. Okay, are you getting the point, guys? So how to practice? Log into the machine directly like this, and you can practice whatever you want, you can practice. Chalo. So now what I have to do, I just logged into the machine. Now what is the next step? Close this server manager. What is the next step now? What I have, why I logged into this machine? What is the reason? What is the purpose?
To install SQL Server.
Install server instruction.
No, we have one more point. Before installing SQL Server, just now we discussed about that point. I have to connect to the server using IP address. I don't know what is this machine IP address, right? So I have to check the
Yeah.
IP address. How can I check the IP address? If I
See,
don't
open the CMD, open the
CMD,
run
you
correct.
right click, you go to
Right.
CMD.
If I don't know your
IP
name,
console.
correct. If I don't know your name, I'll ask your name, right? What is your name? In the same way, I don't know IP address of this machine. I'm going to ask this machine, hey, what is your IP? So log into this machine first to ask, open CMD. Again, you have to be very careful when using CMD or Windows R shortcut to open run. Sometimes local Windows R will be open. Okay, if you type CMD and if you type IP config, now tell me which Which user IP config you are getting? Which machine IP config you are getting?
Local
The
machine.
server name
Correct, correct. So how to find whether this is a local laptop or server command prompt? How to find any shortcut is there? How to find this command prompt is a server command prompt or local laptop command prompt? Any idea?
In Windows.
One thing is Windows,
Oh.
okay, it will come outside like this, okay. Second is
Home. Home.
user you can see, okay. If you see your own name, that is your local laptop. If you see administrator, that is your server. Are you getting the point, guys? So people will open the IP address. They are trying to connect. Hey, Shanmugh, I am not able to connect to this machine through RDP. Then I asked him to share the screenshot. He shared the screenshot. I can see his user here. That means he is opening his local laptop and he's typing the IP address, IP config, and he's getting the local laptop. Means you are trying to connect to RDP to your local laptop. Is it going to work? We have to connect to the server through RDP, right? So server IP address you should know, right? So instead of that, Shanmugh, this is very confusing. Chalo, no problem. Instead of shortcut, directly click on server Windows button, and here you can type CMD. If you are comfortable, open shortcut. If you are not comfortable, just click on this Windows button and here type CMD. Then also you are going to get the command prompt. Where is that command prompt? It is taking time. Okay, no issues. Right. Like this, you are going to get it. Or if you are comfortable, you can use shortcut. See here, users administrator. Why? Because we are logged into the administrator account, right? So definitely it should show administrator only. Are you getting the point, guys? Is it clear? Now I have to type IP config. Most of the times it won't be changed, guys. Sometimes it will be changed, but that's why I'm saying, okay. 192.168.137.71 is the latest IP address. So now what I have to do, how can I connect to the server remotely now? Now come to your laptop. Why? Because you are trying to connect to the server from your laptop, right? So type RDP here in the local laptop. So you will get this remote desktop. Now enter the server IP address, okay? Same like last time only 192.168.137.71. So why I'm saying this, sometimes your RDP will be failed because of some reasons. What is the reason? You are practicing the things properly. That's working. You are connected to the server through RDP. Fine. Suddenly the power is gone. So if the power is gone, what will happen? The Wi-Fi will be disconnected. So when the Wi-Fi is disconnected, there is no internet. If there is no internet, RDP won't work. So what you have to do? If you want to still practice, you have to turn on the mobile hotspot and then you will start practicing, right? So when you change the network, when you change your local laptop internet from Wi-Fi to hotspot or hotspot to Wi-Fi, or from today you are practicing in your room, tomorrow you are going to your friend's room, there you are practicing. So the internet is changed, right? So whenever the internet is changed, the IP address also will be changed every time. Okay, so every time you have to first start the VM, that is the first step. Second step, logged into the VM using direct login credentials, using direct connection, logged into the VM and open command prompt in the VM. Check the IP address, you will get the IP address and come back to local laptop. Type RDP here in the local laptop and enter the IP address here. Okay, or else Shanmugh, RDP is every time still confusing to me. Do one thing, okay? I'm going to do one thing. What I'll do, I'm going to close this, okay? Unpin from taskbar. I'll show you the shortcut, okay? So go to this, type RDP and right click, pin to taskbar. If you do like this, it will be pinned here. So no need to type RDP every time here. Directly you will start your laptop directly, and then you will start the machine, virtual machine, and then you will just click on this and directly you will get this screen. Okay, and you can enter the latest IP address here. Is it clear, guys? Why? Because these are the issues that you will face while practicing, and you will come back to me, Shanmugh, I cannot connect. So these are the possible reasons. If the internet is changed, virtual machine won't be connected through RDP. If the network is changed, virtual machine won't be connected through RDP. If the machine is not running, you cannot use RDP feature. So these are all the different challenges that we are going to face, guys. So sometimes we'll forget about it. So that's why I'm again reminding you. So the machine should be up and running to use RDP. The machine should be running state to use RDP. You should have Windows 10 professional or 11 professional to use RDP. You should have internet connection to use RDP. You have to check the latest IP address every time to use RDP. Shanmukh, in the organization, are we going to check the IP address every time like this? In the organization, how it will
No.
be, guys?
No,
In the organization,
because
see guys, there are two types of IP addresses. One is static IP address, second one is dynamic IP address. Dynamic IP address. So in the organization, we'll get static IP, which is fixed. So the IP address won't be changed, guys. As we don't have that setup network, that kind of complete setup, we can still go with a static IP, but for that extra settings and all we have to done. So we have to do extra settings and all. So in that scenario, you are going to be confused. Anyhow, this is not our work, right? Till last weekend, we are not going to touch anything. Whatever practice that we did, virtual machines, creating virtual machines, installing operating system. So everything will be done by Windows team. So till last weekend, every setup will be done by Windows team, network team, and also no need to worry. In the organization, everything will be set up. Simply we'll get the IP address. So in the organization, we'll get the static IP, whereas we are getting dynamic IP, which will be changed every time when you start and stop. Most of the cases it won't be changed, but there is a chance of changing when you change the network, when you change the Wi-Fi. So these are the possible reasons that RDP can be failed, guys. Is it clear, everyone?
yes.
Right? So now I'm going to connect to the server through RDP. So connect. So it will ask you to the username and password. It will ask you to enter the username and password. Again, cross-check the username once. If it is showing administrator, you can directly enter the password. If it is showing your name, okay, your name or some other name, then what you have to do, more choices, use a different account, then give the administrator username, okay, and the administrator password 123. Okay, password is wrong, or okay, administrator
Spelling.
got it. Thank you. Use a different account, ADMINISTRATOR. Dig, 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 dig. That is my password. Okay. Yes.
Shanmugh, I have one doubt here.
Yes, please.
Yeah, regarding to IP, you told you static in office, no?
Yes, yes.
That one also we have to connect with same our practicing means CMD open like that IP
That's what.
configuration.
That's what. When you will open CMD, first of all, tell me. When you don't know the IP address, right? Correct.
Yes,
And
yes.
how you can
Yes.
open CMD? Second thing, how you can open CMD? You have to log into the machine directly, right? So can we connect to the machine directly in the organization? We have already discussed this point. Is it possible?
No.
No, not possible, right? So IP addresses will be already there. So in the organization, we'll maintain a list of servers, or we'll use servers. Say, for example, there is an issue with this server, man. There is some issue. SQL server is not running properly. So user will raise a complaint, or will get an automatic alert. So and so server. In the alert itself, in the user ticket itself, they are going to mention the computer name or IP address or both. So if you know computer name or if you know the IP address, that is enough for us to connect. Now, every time, don't think we need only IP address. Either we can use name or we can use IP address also. So in the ticket, they are going to mention the server name. They are asking us to install SQL Server. They should mention on which server they need SQL Server. So we'll directly use RDP. So here, I'll tell you guys, okay? Again, I'm going to open RDP. Here, instead of IP address, you can give computer name also. Okay, so imagine this is my computer name, server name. What is the server name? BMS NYC New York Data Center DB 02P. Forget about it, guys. What is the server name and all? I'll tell you. There is a separate class how to name the servers in the organization, how to understand the server name, how they are going to keep the server name, what kind of precautions they are going to consider while setting up the server name. Everything will be discussed in the future sessions. Okay. Dot. We have to give full computer name with the domain name. What is this domain? I guess bookmyshow domain. bookmyshow.com. Like this, we'll give the server name and we'll connect to the server, guys. Okay, so either you can use this name to connect to the server, or every machine will have an IP address, right? Or we can use the IP address also. So who asked this question? Sharat, huh? Sudhir,
No,
Sudhir.
Sudhir.
Sudhir,
Yes, yes.
Sudhir, your official name can be Sudhir Kumar. Your legal name can be different. Your nickname can be different, right? So the friends are going to call with a different name, right? So you have different names, right? So in the same way, we can connect to the server either using computer name or using IP address also. So in the organizations, mostly computer name will be mentioned in the ticket, or IP address will be mentioned in the ticket. So we don't go to the VM and we don't log into the VM directly, and we don't check IP address every time. Are you getting the point, Sudhir? So the server
Mm,
name or IP address they will mention in the ticket itself. So we don't need to check anywhere, and we don't have visibility
okay.
to check directly also. Only Windows people can check that one. Okay?
Okay. They give simply IP address and all
Correct.
credentials.
Correct. They don't give
Okay.
all credentials, okay? They will you once you join into the organization, you will get a separate credentials. Okay. So that
Okay.
credentials you have to use every time to log into the server. I got your point,
Okay.
Shanmukh. You are using administrator, right? So in the organization, every machine will have its own server name, username, and password, right? How I'll get it? Guys, once you joined in the organization, company will give you the access on all the servers by creating a separate login account. So that login you have to use to connect to every machine. The same password, same username will be there. You are not going to use administrator and all. Why? Because imagine Sudhir is using administrator, Doris is using administrator, Anushi is using, wait a minute, please. Anusha is using administrator. So if someone shut down the machine, how can I track either Sudhir did or Doris did or Anusha did? How can I track it, guys? It's difficult, right? So they are going to create a separate credentials with your name. Sudhir will get Sudhir account. Doris will get her account. Anusha will get her own account. So if someone shut down the server machine accidentally, they can track it who shut down the machine. Is it clear, guys? Everyone? Sudhir, is it clear?
Yes, Shanmugh.
So in the tickets itself, they are going to mention server name or IP address. So using that, you can connect to the server through RDP. Yes, Doris, please.
I figured it out, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Right, guys, clear? Any questions? Lalita, I'm using Windows 11 Home and able to do RDP to virtual machine. Very good, Lalita. Sometimes it is going to support, okay? Depends upon the version, right? So every machine will have a update. So maybe if it was updated with the latest service pack or something like that, it might help you to connect using RDP. But maybe in my previous experience, initially you people can use Windows 11 Home people can use RDP initially. Maybe after 10 or
Okay.
15 classes, again, you cannot use that feature. Not sure why it will be disabled, something like that. Initially, maybe
Okay,
Windows
Shanmugh.
11 Home help, guys. Guys, one more thing, if possible, those who are using Windows 10 Home, try to upgrade your laptop to Windows 11 Home. I guess if you bought it, generally you can upgrade it to Windows 11 Home for free. No need to buy anything. No need to spend extra money. So if
Yeah, sir. I had upgraded, but it is not working.
it's not working for you, right? So that is
Yeah.
Windows 11 Home only.
Yeah.
Okay, do one thing. Lalita, do one thing. I need your help. Oh, where is the system
Okay,
information?
Shanmugh.
Let me check system information. Okay. It's something like this. Okay, let's go with Windows or MS Info 32. MS Info 32. Guys, please note down all the shortcuts, especially those who are from non-technical background. You have to note down every shortcut, including Windows R. Okay, almost I'll tell you 30 to 40 shortcuts throughout our course. Maintain shortcuts in a separate file will help you. Again, no need to go and check where is the shortcut, what is the shortcut and all. Okay, so maintain a separate file for shortcuts, guys. Very useful. Even believe me, even 5 years, 6 years experience people also don't know these kind of shortcuts. Most of the things, every time, mostly we will use shortcuts only. Shortcuts will give you an extra impression on you guys. It will tell you, okay, this guy is having a real-time experience. It's not going to ease your work. It's also going to like elevate you in the team, guys. Okay, mostly people will use long cuts only. They don't use any shortcuts. Okay, so try to remember the shortcuts. Okay, so it will help you guys. So Lalita, check this version once,
Yeah.
okay, and update me
Oh,
so that I'll check
okay,
with
Shan.
Srikanth. Okay, Srikanth, you also send
Okay,
me
Shan.
this version. Okay, I'll check.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chalo. So this is how we'll connect to the servers using RDP, guys. Any questions, any doubts till now? Any other questions, guys? Fine. Okay, then we are good to go. So, okay, thank you. So, Shrikant, you also can post the version in the chat. Okay, I'll compare now itself. Chalo, guys. So we are ready to install the SQL Server till
I have
what?
connected to the phone.
Okay, no
I
problem.
can post.
When you are ready, just let me know. Okay. Chalo. So in the last weekend, we just created the VM, right? So till last weekend, Windows team will help us. So now everything is ready, guys. Okay, now everything is ready. So in the last weekend, we have also discussed the process. I mean to say, I'm sorry. I mean to say the prerequisites, hardware and software components to install SQL Server. Can anyone tell me what are the hardware and software prerequisites to install the SQL Server?
I know it's the operating system.
Windows operating system, very good. Next.
Storage.
Storage, very good. Next.
RAM.
SQL Server set of files.
Okay, very good. SQL Server, so that is a software component. Very good. SQL Server set of file. Next.
Permissions.
Permissions, good. Next.
Security network.
That will be taken care by the Windows and network team. Next. Correct. These are all the main prerequisites in the installation and the organization. I mean to say, if you go to interviews, they will ask you what are the prerequisites to install the SQL Server. Okay, what kind of things you are going to check it before installing and all. Okay, so these are the main things, guys. Okay, so hardware and software components. Hardware components will be like a disk. We should have minimum. I'll tell you one more thing before jumping into this. One more thing, guys. Prashanta, someone, who is that? You got the error, right? RDP
Oh, I
error.
did not see.
RDP error. Someone got RDP error. Harshit. Got it.
Yeah.
So you got the error, right? So I'll tell you why you got the error. At a time, either you can use RDP or direct connection. Okay, at a time, either you can use RDP or direct connection. Now I just used RDP, right? So when I used RDP, your server will be locked like this. Okay, so now I'm trying to log into the machine again. See here, I'm giving the password. See what error I'll get it. Okay, see here. So enter. Done. What error I got it? Is it clear now?
It's already logged in and we have tried to log in
Correct.
again.
So if you are using RDP, direct connection will be locked. If you are using direct connection, RDP will be closed. Is it clear, Harshit? So this is the error you got it. You tried log into the machine directly into the VM. So that's why RDP is closed. Clear? So this is not an error actually.
Now what?
Yeah, this is not an error actually.
Now what can I do?
Nothing. Again, you have to connect through RDP. That's it. Okay, nothing. That is not an error. That is a feasibility. That is the limitation of Windows machine. So you directly connected, right? So your RDP is closed. So now again connect to RDP. Your actual machine will be locked. Okay, see in the background. See, guys. Okay, you have to click yes. See, it was locked. Now you connected through RDP.
But
Was
it keep
through
getting
Windows.
locked. It keep getting locked.
Yeah, it will be locked. It will be locked throughout your practicing. Like if your RDP is active for 1 hour or 2 hours, it will be locked. The direct connection will be locked.
Yeah, but when I try to open it back, it will ask for the password. I'll put it and it's still locked again.
Which one? RDP will be closed. Either RDP or direct connection door is both at a time is not possible. So if If you are trying to log into this machine now, your RDP will be
Mhm.
closed. If you did RDP, your direct connection will be locked. Guys, only one computer. Either you can connect through RDP or you can connect through direct connection. Everything is same only. I don't think a person can use two servers at a time. These are not two servers. Okay, it's
Okay.
two connections. So if you are in this window, there is no use of direct connection, right? If you are in the
Single
direct
user at a
connection,
time.
yes. If there is no, if there is a direct connection, there is no use of RDP, right? So always will use RDP only. Okay, but whenever you are trying to connect to this machine directly, your RDP will be closed. At a time, only one person can log into the machine, either direct user or remote user. Clear? Is it clear, guys? Everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Chalo.
Okay, one question.
Yes, please.
In our organization, when I am able to connect through VDA and my normal machine also at the same time, VDA is different and RTP is different.
Both are different way of connections. Okay, but again, you are going, the end product is same. Either you are going to, like, if you go to movie any theater, you can go in many ways, like lot of what I can say ways will be there. I mean to say, that doors will be there. So if you go in any door, the same movie, right? So the server is same. You are going to use VDI or you are going to use your RDP. Anything is same. If some people in some organizations, people will use VDI, virtual what is that interface, something like that, virtual desktop interface. Okay, and some people will use direct RDP. But at the end, you are connecting to the same server, but the way that you are connecting is different. Now see, if you are connecting directly to this machine, the same server. If you are connecting through RDP, also the same server. Okay, only difference is, if it is RDP, you will get full screen like this. If it is direct machine with, you will get this much of screen only. That is the only difference, but everything is same. So VDI or RDP, they are different way of connecting to the servers, but at the end of the day, you are connecting to the same server. Nothing is going to be changed. The way how you are connecting is going to be changed. That's it. Clear, Hema?
Yes, Shanmugh.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yes, Sunita.
I'm trying to connect RDP, but it's throwing me error. I did log out from the direct session, but I don't know. It's saying like, I'll give you the exact error. It's saying your computer could not connect to another console session on the remote computer because you already have a console session in progress. But I did log off from the direct connection.
That's okay. That's okay. Okay, so you can try it later or else send it to me. Okay, so why? Because it is going to overlap the session. Huh? Try it. Not an issue. Not an issue. I told you, Sunita. I guess for you only, I told you don't practice parallelly with me, so it will create some confusion. Okay, not an issue. That is not a big thing. When you try to connect to the RDP, automatically it will be locked. No need to lock also. Okay.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah,
no
but
problem.
directly I can connect.
Yeah, directly you can connect.
Yes, Shanmugh, I have one suggestion for everyone who have getting the errors. Please send our group 53 batch. Please
Not
send
yet
their
created. Sudhir, not yet created. It will take some time to create the group. Then you can send it. Okay.
Okay, it
But
will be
that's
helpful to
when
everyone.
I got it. I know that. I am going to create I'm going to create a group. There are some limitations to create the WhatsApp group. So not immediately, it will take some time. Okay. So till then, I'm going to create a tracker for you. If you are getting any issues, any errors, you can directly post in the tracker. Everyone can see the tracker. Okay.
Yes. That
Yeah.
only.
Yeah, I'm going to
The
create
main concept is that one.
correct. I'm going to create a common platform, guys. You can post your errors in the tracker. Anyone can comment in the tracker. Okay.
Yes, it will be good for everyone.
Right. So WhatsApp groups are
Thank
easily misused. So that is the challenge we have faced earlier. So that's
Okay.
what. Okay. Initially, I don't create, but it will take some time to create the WhatsApp group. But I'll create a common platform to discuss the errors. Okay.
Okay,
Chalo.
thank you.
Any other things, guys? Are we good now? Joel?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, done. Very good.
Yes.
Fine. So let's jump into the installation, guys. So the major software and hardware components will be, you should have a disk around, at least minimum configuration is minimum 4 GB disk you should have, minimum 4 GB RAM you should have, and at least one CPU core you should have, Windows Server operating system you should have, SQL Server setup file you should have. These are all some common prerequisites. Apart from this, you should also have .NET framework, guys. Okay. Apart from this, one more prerequisite is .NET framework. This is an important prerequisite. Why? Because SQL Server and the tools that we are going to use for SQL Server is a graphical user interface tools. So GUI will work with the .NET framework setup. Okay, so .NET framework also should be installed. Who will install .NET framework in the organization? Who will install .NET framework in the organization? This is a Windows
Windows team.
component. This is a Windows component. So Windows team only will install .NET framework. Okay, but I will also show you how to install .NET framework. Okay, so let's install .NET framework in our server. Go to this and just refresh. This is our server, guys. One more thing, very important thing. At least in every batch, one student will do this mistake, knowingly or unknowingly. What is that? I gave you the softwares, right? In that softwares, blindly, they will double click on Windows Server software. So what will happen blindly if you double click on Windows Server software? What will happen, guys? Tell me. I gave you the softwares, right? I gave you SQL Server, Windows Server 2019, SQL Server 2019.
It will open in local laptops.
Correct.
Yes.
So when you double click on Windows Server operating system directly, it will overwrite your existing operating system, your laptop operating system. So you are going to lose all of your data. Shanmukh, this is what happened. Can you help me? I cannot help you. No one can help you. Even a hardware or software technician also can't help you. Be very careful. Never ever directly double click on the Windows software that I gave you. How to open? Simply once you downloaded the software, simply go to the settings of this machine, go to the storage, attach here, and start the VM. Every batch, one person is going to do this mistake and he is going to lose all of his data. If no data, and that's not a problem with the data, again you have to go to technician to install Windows 10 or Windows 11. Why? Because your operating system is overwritten by Windows Server operating system. Your desktop operating system is like is overwritten by your server operating system. So you cannot use the machine as like previously how you use it in the same way. You cannot use it. So again you have to go to technician. Again you have to remove the operating system, server operating system. Again you have to reinstall the desktop operating system. Very big challenge. Don't do this, guys. Again, I'm saying before doing any practice, just watch the video once. I remember this step right. I remember this step right. Why? Because it will be like that. Maybe we remembered this. Maybe this is the correct thing. So you will proceed it. Why? Because we are going to see lot of screens in 2 hours, 2.5 hour session. So we thought that this is the correct screen. So we'll proceed to install. Suddenly, it is going to create a problem for you guys. So before doing any practice, watch the video once, double check it, cross check it, especially while installing operating system. Other things, they are not going to create any problems, but operating system is going to create a problem. So before setting up the VM, before installing operating system, watch the video carefully, do as it is what I did. So try to do it 2-3 times so that you can remember easily. Okay, so this is very important. So now let's install .NET Framework. How to install .NET Framework? Generally, this is the server, right? You can see here, Windows Server 2019 Data Center Evaluation Edition. So this is the server, right? So if you want to install anything in the server, there is a common tool in the server. What is that common tool? What is the common tool that we'll use to install any components in the server? That is called Server Manager. Okay, Server Manager. It will be opened when you open the Windows operating system. When you log into the machine, automatically Server Manager will open. I just closed, you remember, right, that screen? So open the Server Manager. Server Manager, using this tool, we can install lot of softwares using this tool. Okay, so Server Manager will be automatically opened when you start the VM. Okay, so close this. So now you are going to install, right? So what you are trying to do, you are trying to install. So you can see there is an option called add roles and features. Wait for a minute. It is browsing. You can see here. See here. If you can see this line, that means it is browsing. So it will stop browsing after a while. So you are ready to install now. Okay. So now you are not getting that line, right? So click on add roles and features. Okay. Go to next. Go again. This will be done by. This will be done by. Installing
Windows
.NET
team.
Framework will
Windows
be
team.
done by the Windows team. Don't worry,
Windows
guys.
Windows
team.
team.
Okay. Next and next again, and roles you can see in this screen. And if you go to next, you can see features. .NET is a feature. So expand this triangle. Select the .NET Framework. Click on add features. Select it. Okay. Right. Now we are good. Go to next. Go to next. Go to next. No need to explain again, guys. That is not our topic. No one will ask any questions from .NET Framework. Okay. So click on the second option, specify an alternate source path. Here, you have to give the Windows Server path, exactly Windows Server path, where I can see Windows Server path. When you attach the operating system in this machine under storage, this will be attached as a which drive?
D.
D drive.
D drive.
Okay. So now what you can do, guys, go to the server, go to this PC. Can you see D drive with software? 1 minute. 1 minute, just 1 minute. Okay, done. Not sure people are dropping. Okay, fine. So, fine. Correct. So in this D drive, the operating system software is already there. Nothing to worry. Okay, so now minimize this. So this path you have to give, guys. Which path? You can see here, right? E sources backslash yes x yes. But in which drive we have our Windows Server software?
D.
D drive, right? Simply replace this path with D drive. That's it. D colon backslash sources backslash yes x yes backslash. Is it clear, guys? In this path, we have the .NET Framework software. So that's why we have to give the path. Clear? Everyone? Is it clear or not?
Yes, yes.
Done. Okay, click OK and click on install, guys. That's it. .NET Framework 2.0, 3.0, 3.5 will be installed and 4.7 also. Different versions are there, dependencies are there. So that's why 2.0, 3.0, 3.5 very rarely, very regularly, I mean to say not very regularly, very rarely, maybe out of 100 interviews, maybe 1 or 2 interviewers might ask this, what kind of .NET Framework versions we need. So in the .NET Framework also we have versions, right? So you can tell like we have .NET dependencies for .NET 2.0, 3.0, 3.5 and 4.7. These are the versions of .NET which we use for SQL Server, guys. Okay, fine. So let's wait for a while. It will be installed and then we'll proceed. So now what I'll do, I'm going to tell you a normal, simple topic. Why? Because SQL Server installation will take 2 hours. I mean to say discussion will take 2 hours. Installation will take hardly 20 minutes. Okay, discussion will take 2 hours. So if I start now again, okay, we don't have that much time, only 1.5 hours with break, 1 hour, 15 minutes is there. So what we can do, we'll cover some other topic, okay, and in the evening session, we'll freshly will start SQL Server installation, okay.
Okay, Shin.
Yeah. Right. Okay. You can see here, guys, installation succeeded on so-and-so machine. This is actually computer name. Installation succeeded on Windows machine. Okay. So you can see this is the what we can see, the final screen that we are going to get it. Installation succeeded. Close it. Done. Chalo, now we are good, guys. Okay. So again, so I'll tell you the prerequisites to install the SQL Server. We need, okay, minimum 4 GB RAM, minimum 4 GB storage. Okay, guys, these are minimum values. In the organization, we don't set up any machine with minimum values. Minimum to minimum 8 GB, 16 GB, 32 GB, 64 GB machines will be there. Sometimes 128 GB also machines will be there. It depends upon the application criticality. Okay, so and minimum to minimum 16 core, 8 core, 16 core, 32 core CPU machines will be there. And minimum to minimum 200 GB, 300 GB disks will be there. Okay, on an average. Okay, so minimum one CPU core. One CPU core. These are hardware prerequisites, components, and software will be .NET Framework, Windows machine, Windows operating system. Okay, Windows operating system, SQL Server setup file. Okay, setup file. Apart from this, we also need, okay, some of the inputs. I'll tell you now at this moment. If I tell you those inputs, you might be confused. You don't understand, like server name, default instance or named instance, collation settings, paths where we have to install and all the paths. Okay, network path. I mean to say not network path, path where we have to install the sequence of the path, service account, SC account, username and password. These are all SQL terminologies. I'll explain each and every terminology during the installation. You don't worry. So that's why I'm not writing this. But in the interview, you have to tell all these things. Why? Because they are going to check whether you know all these components or not. Okay. So apart from this, you have to also tell the other important terminologies like instance name, collation settings, service account name, password, SA account password, and name, port numbers. These are also some extra prerequisites that we need to install the SQL Server. But during the installation, I'm going to explain each and every component. What is a service account? What is SA account? What is the collation settings? Okay, what kind of, where we are going to install the SQL Server? If SQL Server failed, where we can check it? Okay, what are the ways to check the installation failures? What are the resources we have to check the installation failures? What might be the possible reasons that installation can be failed? Okay, these are some common things that we are going to discuss after the installation, guys. Okay, so now what we can do, take a break, come back after 15 minutes. So we'll discuss some important things like sign out, log off, shutdown, restart, disconnect from the server. When we are going to use which option? All options you should be aware of it. When we will use which option? Now we are by using RDP, we entered into the machine, right? How we are going to come back from the RDP? Once our work is completed, what we are going to do? Are we going to shut down the server? Are you going to log off the server? Are you going to restart the server? Are we going to do any other things? Are we going to disconnect the server? When we have to do which kind of option, when we have to select disconnect, when we have to select sign out, when we have to select restart, when we have to select shutdown, everything will be discussed. Okay, so very important, people will do the mistakes here. So just entered into the server, right? So I'll tell you after the break, I'll tell you how to come out from the server. What are the ways we have, when we have to choose what kind of way and all, what kind of option that will be discussed after the session. I mean, it's after the break, guys. Okay, come back after 15 minutes, guys. We'll continue the discussion. The recording will be paused for a while. Okay. Anyone tried installing .NET Framework? Anyone tried, guys? No one? Chalo.
I tried, sir. I did install .NET.
Okay, is it successful?
Yes, I
Okay.
received the successful window. Yeah.
Okay, done. Very good. Okay. Chalo. Okay, so let's continue this session, guys. So, what is sign out? What is log off? What is shutdown? When we can do shutdown? Are we really going to do shutdown in the organization? What is restart? When we will restart? What is disconnect? How to disconnect the servers? Everything will be discussed. Okay. So, till now we discussed how to log into the machine, right? Now I have a requirement. I have to install the SQL server. So what we are going to do? We'll log into the server. Shanmukh, how do I know in which machine I have to install the SQL server? And you said a lot of other inputs also. Where do I get all these inputs? Okay. So in the organization, while installing the SQL server, there is a sheet called build sheet. Okay, build sheet. There is a sheet called build sheet. Build means you are deploying the things. Build sheet. So the application team will fill all the details in the build sheet. That is the proper way. That is the standard procedure, guys. Generally in the organizations, 70 to 80% people will follow. Shanmukh build sheet will be there in every organization. Not exactly. Most of the organization will follow a standard procedure. If they want to do anything, they should have every document properly. They have to set up the document before setting up the things, and then they will proceed with the document, and then they are going to close the ticket once everything is successful. So there is a sheet called build sheet. In the build sheet, all the details will be included. Means what kind of SQL Server version application team needs, what kind of Windows Server version they need, what kind of instance they need, what kind of edition they need, what kind of features in the SQL Server they need. In the SQL Server, a lot of features are there. So if you select all the features, your license will grow like anything. Okay, the licensing will increase. So what kind of features we have to install, whether we have to install all the components or only few components we have to install. So everything will be included in the build sheet. What kind of, where I have to install the SQL server, what is the path, what are the settings I have to give. So everything properly in detailed they are going to include in the build sheet. So as a DBA, what you have to check before installing the SQL Server? Build sheet, whether all these details are properly filled up or not. So whether application team gave all the details or not. So once they gave all the details, then only we are good to go, right? Why? Because you can do installation maybe in your daytime or in your night time or in your weekend time. So by the time, if you have any doubts, there will be no application team available, right? There will be no application user will be available. So he might be there in the shift, he might not be there in the shift. You should have all the details, right? And tomorrow, if someone comes to you, hey, what kind of components you installed, what kind of settings you enabled, how can I remember? Hundreds of servers we have to manage, thousands of servers we have to manage. In each server, what kind of components we installed, how do I get to know? Right? So that's why we'll use this build sheet. Every ticket will have its own build sheet. Okay, so this sheet will be attached in the ticket so that next time when you are referring, you can see what kind of components installed, who worked on this ticket. Okay, what kind of features he installed, what kind of settings he enabled, everything will be included in the build sheet, guys. This build sheet, app team, some details they have to give. From DBA team, we have to give some of the other details also. Okay, so all these things we have to give in the build sheet. So once build sheet is ready, then only we are good to install the SQL server. Or regularly you are doing installations in your organization, you are not following any build sheet, and if customer send you some updates in the email, like these are the features I need, these are the components I need, these are the settings I need. So if they are saying that, but we need those settings, we need that information. So either they are going to give in the form of build sheet, or they can also send you in the form of emails or Teams messages also. So you have to be very careful for all these things, guys. Okay, chalo. So these inputs you are going to get it from the app team. Now, so now you are ready to install the SQL server. You logged into the machine. Imagine you install the SQL server. I'll tell you how to install, don't worry. Imagine you install the SQL. So the work that is there on this server is completed, guys. There is some work, you have to install SQL Server, or you have to take the backup, or you have to restore one database, or you have to give some permissions to one guy or some users. So the work is completed. Now what you have to do? So to complete the work, you log into the machine. Now the work is completed. What you have to do now? You have to come out from the server, right? So how can you come out from the server? How many ways we have to come out from the server? Can I shut down the Windows machine, guys? Once the work is completed, can I shut down the Windows machine?
No, sir.
No.
Tell me, guys, can I shut down the Windows machine?
No,
Never.
we can't.
If I shut down the Windows machine, what is the impact?
There'll
Production
be
will be
outage.
stopped.
In the 3-tier architecture, if any server is not running, what is the impact?
Gonna stop services.
Production will be stopped. Live servers.
So at the end of in the 3-tier architecture,
Loss of data.
if at the in the 3-tier architecture diagram, whether you remember it or not, try to recollect it. If web server is down, if application server is down, if database server is down, if network is down, what will be the impact? What is the end impact? Last, when finally,
Application will be
correct.
Lost to the
Application will be down.
Correct. Application is down. Application is down. Application is down, guys. Application users cannot access the application. Imagine Amazon is
lost to the
down.
entrepreneurs.
Correct.
Profit loss to the entrepreneurs.
Correct. It's a revenue loss to the business users. Right? Application will be down means what? Imagine Amazon and Flipkart, both are competitors in the market. If Amazon is down, the business will goes to.
Yes.
If Flipkart is down, business will goes to competitor. So you are going to get the revenue loss. So application down means what? Revenue loss. If revenue loss is there means business loss. Business loss means you are going to lose your jobs. Layoffs. Okay. So Shanmukh, all these layoffs because of that only? No, not like that. Because of not shutting down the servers and all, but because of business loss. Right. So this is the impact, guys. So if the DB server is not running, application will be down. If application is down, there will be a revenue loss. We have to explain why you did that, why the DB server is down for this much time. Okay, so they don't tolerate, guys. Maybe in a yearly or maybe in every 2 years or 1 or 2 twice, this kind of mistakes are okay. But regularly, if application is down, there will be a huge loss to the end user. The owner, business owner who is giving the business to us, he is going to lose like anything. So he's not going to continue the project. He will simply, okay, give the project to other company. So if there is no project means what? You don't have any job. That's how it will work, guys. Okay. So now what you have to do, your work is completed in the server. So what you have to do? There are many ways to come out from the server, guys. Those are these options like sign out or log off. In earlier machines like Windows Server 2012, Windows Server 2016, we used to use log off. Okay, so how to log off from the server? Go to this machine, Windows R, simply type log off. Guys, again I'm saying, if you are logging off from the server, you are coming out from the machine. What is logging off? If you log off from the machine, guys, server will be up and running, but your connection will be closed. Are you getting the point? Are you getting the point, guys? If you log
Yes.
off from the machine means you will come out from the server, but the server will be up and running. Some other users will connect and they are going to work. If you completely shut down, no users can log in, no application can log in, so application will be down. Is it clear? So if your work is completed, what you have to do, guys? What you
We
have to
need to
do?
log off.
We have to log
Log
off
off.
from the server. We have to log off from the server. How to log off? If it is command, you have to open run, simply type log off. That's it. Done. So server connection is closed. Server connection is closed. Okay, but server is still up and running. Can you see here? Can you see here? Server is still up and running. So SQL application will be connected to the server. So now if I want to connect again you log in. Click on connect. Whenever you have work, you will connect through RDP or VDI. And once your work is completed, you log off from the server. Clear, guys? When we are going to log off from the server, is it clear, everyone?
Yeah.
Everyone,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, done.
Yes,
So
Shanmukh.
now see, when you log in again, you will get the server manager automatically. So you can close the server manager, not an issue. Okay, now you are not going to install anything, right? That is all about Logoff. See, Logoff is the command way. What is sign out? Same GUI way. If you click on this user, there is an option called sign out. GUI way is sign out. Command way is the Logoff. If you click on sign out, again, same option. Okay, so you are signing up from the server. That's it. The connection is closed. Again, you can connect to the server using the, okay, so the connection is closed. It is going to take some time to close this window. Yeah, it was closed completely. So again, I can log in, right? Again, click on this. Again, the IP address is correct. And again, I can give the password directly. And again, click OK. And again, click yes. Again, you entered into the server. So when n number of times, Shanmukh, is there any limit log off, login, sign out, sign off? No limit. N number of times in a day when you have work, you will connect. Say for example, you are having 100 servers. In one server, there is a requirement you have to take the backup. In another server, there is a requirement you have to restore the permissions. In another server, you have to restore a database. In another server, you have to install the SQL server. So when you log into the shift at 9 o'clock in the morning, so you are going to check all the tickets. Okay, on this server, I have to do this work. Okay, you will log into the server, you will do that work, you will sign out from the server. And again, you will go to the work is completed, right? Second work. Again, you will go to, you log into another server. Again, you will complete the work again, and again, you are going to sign out from the server. Okay, so this is the meaning of sign out. So, very important thing is, as a DBA, will never shut down the Windows machine. Remember carefully, as a DBA, you will never shut down the Windows machine at any time. At any point of time, there is no roles and responsibilities to shut down the server Windows machine I'm talking. So as a DBA, we don't do this. If server is not used, if server is decommissioned or going to be decommissioned, Windows people are going to shut down, but not a DBA team. Is it clear, guys? So forget about shutdown button for servers in the organization. Forget about shutdown buttons. Never ever touch the shutdown button. And very important thing, while sometimes we have to restart during some activities, like if you want to install SQL Server, before and after installation of SQL Server, you have to restart the Windows machine. So sometimes we'll restart, but we'll never shut down the machine. Again, I'm saying, if you shut down the machine accidentally also, that will be your last day in the organization. Again, I'm saying, if you ever shut down the VM, that will be your last day in the organization. So and we are going to restart the machine depends upon the requirements. Maybe you are installing something, you are uninstalling something, you are doing something, you are doing some extra configurations. During that time, you are patching server, you have to restart. You are removing the patching, you have to restart. You are upgrading the server, you have to restart. Okay, and you are installing the SQL server, you have to restart. During some activities will restart. So server will be back again. And that too, we are going to take proper approvals and will restart. It's not like, okay, I want to install SQL server, chalo, go and restart. No, you have to tell to business user, hey, this is our requirement. For this requirement, we have to restart the machine. Please allow us to restart the machine. So that end user, that business user, hey, Shanmukh, do one thing. In the Saturday evening, there will be no business or very less business will be there. Or Saturday night, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, you can do your work. I'm not going to give you the approvals during the business hours. Why? Because if something goes wrong and if server is not coming back, there is a business loss to me. So I'm not going to approve this activity during the business hours. Chalo, do Saturday night, 2 o'clock, or Sunday morning, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, where there is less business, where there is no business. During that time, you can restart. So then you have to restart, but will never shut down the Windows machine. While restarting also, you have to be very careful. If you are touching the laptop with wet hands and all, instead of selecting restart, if shutdown is selected, both will give you same options. See, both will give you same options. See, why you want to choose a reason the best describes why you want to shut down this computer. Okay, if you select any planned option, if you continue, it will be shut down. I'm not going to shut down now. But when you choose restart also, again, it will show you same. Choose a reason the best describe why you want to shut down this computer. It will also show you shutdown only, so you'll be confused. So don't touch your laptop, that too servers with wet hands. Definitely instead of this option can be selected. So you have to be very careful. Will never ever shut down the Windows machine during some activities with the proper approvals. Will restart the machine, but will never ever shut down the Windows machine. Is it clear, guys? Shut down, restart. Anyone?
Yes.
Right? Chalo. Now there is another option called a disconnect. What is this disconnect? Shanmukh, you said sign out or log off, right? So when we have to do a disconnect from the server, in what scenarios we have to do disconnect? What we have to do? When, and in which scenario we'll do the disconnect? We'll disconnect from the server. So we discussed the sign out, log off, shut down, restart. So when we will do this disconnect? Any idea? Any idea, guys?
When there is job is running, something is going on session.
Very good, Abdul. Good. So for example, this is the scenario. Now the time is, imagine, 8:47 in my time. Okay, it's around 9 o'clock. So you did a night shift. So the shift is completed now. Now you have to log off. But while logging off, you got one more work. The next shift guy is taking some time to log into the shift. So maybe at 6:30 or 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, you got one work. Hey, DBA team, please take a backup of this database, or please restore this database. Okay, they are saying, please restore this so and so database, or maybe some other activity which is going to take some time. So now remember one thing. If you sign out, whatever things that you are doing, everything will be killed, guys. Okay, if you are running one query, but while running the query, if you sign out, not other users can connect and they can run the queries and all. You open Management Studio and you are running one query. So now you suddenly sign out from the query. What will happen, guys? Any idea what will happen? When you sign out or log off, all the things that are running will be killed, guys. Killed. The process that you are initiated, not other system processes. The process that you are initiated will be killed and you will be come out from the server. Are you getting the point, guys? For example, you are taking a backup using a command in the Management Studio. Now you sign out from the server. So what will happen? That backup will be cancelled. Or you are restoring something, okay, using a command. So, and suddenly you sign out from the server. So the restore will be cancelled. Or you are running some transactions, which is going to take 1 or 2 hours. Suddenly you closed SSMS, suddenly you sign out from the server. All the transactions will be killed in the Management Studio. So that is the impact of sign out. So when you have to do sign out, guys, if there is no work, yes, please, Prashant.
Only in the case of query only, na?
Query, what queries? GUI, it's not going to create any problem. Only queries if you are running.
Okay.
Okay, so only in the case of queries. Don't worry, guys. Again, I'll tell you. 1 minute, Rishikesh, 1 minute. So again, guys, don't worry here. Nothing to break your heads. If work is completed, then sign out. If there is no work, your work is completed, then only sign out. If something is going on your screen, don't sign out. What you have to do, guys, if some transactions are running or you initiated some transactions, okay, what you have to do? Instead of sign out, disconnect. How to disconnect? So this is one option. You can directly close this. It will ask you, do you want to disconnect? Your remote session will be disconnected. Yes, you can disconnect. If you disconnect, nothing will happen. The processes that you initiated will be up and running in the back end. If you sign out, the processes that you initiated will be killed, guys. Are you getting the point? Difference between disconnect and sign out. If your work is completed, nothing is running, I mean to say, you didn't initiate anything, your queries are completed, then sign out. Your queries are running, you are restoring a database, your shift is over, is about to over. You cannot wait, right? Restore database will take 2 to 3 hours. I'm sorry. Backup database will take 2 to 3 hours. So your shift is over. Are you going to wait 2 to 3 hours? You did a night shift. Are you going to still spend 2 to 3 hours here? Not required. So no need to monitor. Simply disconnect. Disconnect in the back end, they are going to run if you disconnect. But if you sign out, all things will be cancelled, guys. Okay. So if the work is completed, sign out. If it is pending, you initiated a backup, you initiated a restore, you initiated a query execution, it is still running, then don't sign out. Okay, don't sign out. You have to simply disconnect. So GUI way is this button. You can directly close this, or I mean to say, both are fine. Shortcut is this one. You can directly close this. And if you want to close like this, click on username, no, this one, power button and disconnect. Both are same. Both are same, guys. Clear? Everyone, is it clear, guys? Disconnect and sign out, log off, shut down, restart.
Yes.
Yes, Rishikesh.
Sir, I have one question, sir.
Yes, please.
What if, sir, our scheduled jobs are running?
Scheduled jobs will run backend. The queries that you initiated using SSMS will be closed or cancelled.
In
All the
what case,
scheduled
sir?
jobs,
In sign out or disconnect case?
disconnect, nothing will cause. Nothing, no problems are there with disconnect.
Hmm.
Only during sign out, the
Okay.
queries that you are running in the management studio. Why? Because when you sign out, all the apps will be closed. Or simple thing, very simple thing. You are copying one backup file. Okay. From one server to another server, or from network drive to this machine, you are copying a backup file.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me show you the clear example. I'll try to do one thing. Okay. I'll give you the
Okay.
demo, guys. 1 minute.
Sanmukh, if passwords are saved, then also disconnect will not work.
No, I mean to say sign out will not work. Disconnect will work.
Disconnect will
Disconnect
work.
doesn't need any passwords.
Okay. But
Yeah,
sign out, if it is signed out, then password will work.
correct. I'm not
Okay,
getting
so we need
what password will work means. Why there is a
means when you are taking remote on server, so if we sign out and the password is saved, means remember password is checked on.
No.
So
Same. See, the thing is, password saved means next time while entering into the machine, you don't ask password. Okay, that doesn't mean the functionality is going to be changed. The password, if you save the password, means next time when you are trying to connect, you don't ask the password. That's it.
but if some same person is using our PC, so
the only thing is, it don't ask password. The functionality of sign out is same. It is going to kill all the sessions that you are running. Okay. Yeah, 1 minute. I'm trying to copy one software. Let's copy the where is that? Downloads data. Where is that? Media will be there.
Where is that, Nana?
Where is that, Nana? I'm checking, Nana.
Okay.
Media. Okay, done. Okay. So, okay. Let's go with this.
Sir, can we use the example like our class? Any one person can disconnect, nothing will happen, class will start.
You can use that. That also will work. Okay. So now see here. I'm trying to copy this SQL Server software, guys. Okay. Right click, copy from my local laptop to server. Okay. From my local laptop to server. I'm copy pasting here. Okay. Right. Now it is copy pasting, right? Chalo. Now I'm going to sign out. Now one work is going on now. Okay. So I'm copy pasting the things from one server to another server. This is just to show you an example. Like this, the other things also will work. Now I am signing out. Now tell me, if I sign out from the server, this work will continue or it will be closed, cancelled?
It will be
Closed.
cancelled.
It
Right.
will be
So
cancelled.
now closed or cancelled? I mean to say, it will be cancelled or it
Cancelled.
will continue?
Cancel.
Cancelled.
Okay. Now let me sign out. Okay. I'm signing out from the machine. Done. Okay. Let me log into machine quickly. It don't give you any warning also. Okay. When you sign out. So can you see anything is running, guys, now? On the screen, anything is running?
No.
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 Nothing, right? Why? Because the operation is cancelled completely. Okay, clear, guys? When you sign out, now I am copy pasting the things again. Okay, now I initiated again. Now I am disconnecting. Let me connect again. Do it again. Unspecified error. But still, it will continue. Here it is showing like this, but when you disconnect, still the things will continue, guys. Here we are not using 100% setup, right? So it is going to show you like this, but in the organization, when you disconnect, it will show you, okay? The things will keep on running. Only thing is like we don't have a complete setup, like kind of a static IP address and all. So that's why it is throwing the error. But still, when you disconnect, things will continue. But when you sign out, things will be closed completely. Is it clear?
Yes.
So in case if any queries are running, in the management studio, so what you have to do? No need to wait till the execution is going to be completed. You have to simply disconnect from the server. If nothing is running, your work is completed. Your work is like you have to install the SQL server. Installation is done, or patch the SQL server. Patching is done. So your work is completed. Nothing is pending. You have to sign out from the server. Shanmukh, always can I disconnect? Who will remember all these things? Can I disconnect for safe side? You cannot disconnect. Why? Because when you disconnect multiple times, your account will be locked. So again, Windows team has to unlock your account. So that will create some problem. Okay, so if only pending work is there, disconnect. If no pending work is there, sign out, guys. Clear? Everyone, is it clear, guys?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Yes.
Sir, when we go for the log off and sign out, any scenarios?
When you go for same sign out, log off,
Sign
both
out.
are same. Log off means in earlier versions we used to, log off is a query, sign out is a GUI option. That's it.
Okay.
Sign out and log off both are same, guys. Log off is a command prompt query. Okay, if you type log off, it will be, so when you type any query here, where it will be executed, any idea, guys? When you type any query or any shortcut in the run, where it will be executed, any idea?
CMD.
Yes, Prashant. It will be executed in the CMD. So this is a command actually. The shortcuts that you are using in the run is a command. It will be executed in the CMD. Okay, so command log off is a command, sign out is a GUI option. That's it. Earlier machines, you can see log off only instead of sign out. Windows 2019, Windows 2022, you can see sign out. But in previous Windows Server versions, Windows 2012, Windows 2016, you can see log off here. That's it. Okay, so log off and sign out both are same.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Okay, done. Chalo, are we good, guys? Any questions, any doubts? So you can see this bar. If it is creating a problem, you can just increase or decrease this bar. Okay, you can do this. And this is minimize the server. You can minimize the server again. You can maximize the server. This is like restore the default. I mean to say you are going to get a screen like this so that you can restore the size of the machine. Okay, or if you want big screen, you can just again click on the maximize button. You will get it. So this is pin button. Okay, so you do, if it is creating a problem, this small bar, this blue bar is creating a problem, you can pin and unpin it so that this also will be go down. I mean to say you cannot see this option. Let me pin and unpin. It will be like you can see a small option, guys. Let me see this unpin connection info. This is the connection info. This is pin and unpin. Even you cannot see this also. No need to see this one also if it is creating a problem. Simply it will go up, guys. When you see zoom controls, how they are going to minimize in the same way if you click pin and unpin. So this also will be minimized kind of thing. Okay. Chalo, guys, all these options. And you can see server name or IP address here. Okay. And you can just maximize or minimize like this. You can resize this. Okay. RDP button. Right. These are the all settings related to the RDP, guys. Okay, now it is working, I guess. Now it was gone. Can you see that pin button?
No.
No, you cannot see, right? Now, how can we do that? Let me.
Go on topmost.
Yeah. If you keep your cursor, generally it will come out, guys. Just keep doing like this, or you can use the escape button. Yeah. Now you got it, right? So like this, it will work. Right. Okay, guys. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes,
Yes,
Shanmugam.
Shanmugam.
Right. Okay. Now you can see here. If you don't want to go like this, just pin it. It won't disappear, guys. Right. One more important thing is, right, you are going to experience this in the organization. What is this? I'll tell you. So if how many maximum users can do RDP to a virtual machine at a time? How many maximum users can connect to the server using RDP? Chepandi. Okay, amma, teesko. Tell me, guys. Any idea? Guess it. No problem. Guess it.
2.
Very good. Sunita, nice. How many maximum users can do RDP? Now, I connected, right? I connected to this machine, 137.71 machine. Apart from me, who else can connect? How many members can connect at a time? At a time. 2 people, guys. At a time, 2 people can do RDP to a single machine. So imagine 2 DBAs are there. 2 DBAs can connect. Imagine at the same time, Windows guy also want to connect to the same machine using RDP. Can he connect?
No.
So if 2 people are already there, the 2 RDP slots are full. Imagine I just connected to this machine, and Joel also connected to the same machine. 2 are already working on this machine. Okay. Now Lalita is trying to connect to this machine. When Lalita
The
is trying to
request is
connect,
sent to the current users.
correct, very good. So when she is trying to connect, the third person is trying to connect to the machine. When Lalita enter her own password, username and password, Lalita can see that, hey, Lalita, Joel Shanmukh connected to this machine. Do you want to kill any of the sessions? If you select Joel username, Joel session will be killed. If you select Shanmukh username, Shanmukh session will be killed. And by killing either of the connections, Lalita can enter into the machine. Or if Lalita, okay, already 2 people connected, right? Okay, I'll communicate with Shanmukh or Joel. So if they're ready to log out, then I'll enter. Or else if Lalita is the manager, she can kill any of our sessions. If Lalita is a associate, she has to ask, hey Shanmukh, I have an important work on this server. Can you please log off if you are not using? Or hey Joel, I have some important work on the server. Are you really using, or you just connected? Why? Because people will connect in the morning, and they will keep working on something, or else they will connect, they will work, and they will forget to log off from the server. So for them, for the other people, it will show you in active sessions. So the third person cannot log into the machine, guys. He is going to get active sessions, 2 active sessions. So if the third person wants to connect to the server, either he has to kill any of the other 2 persons session. Imagine an associate killed manager session, how it will be. If you kill the manager session or the person that you can see on the screen, all work he is doing will be cancelled, guys. Are you getting the point? For example, if Lalita killed my session, Shanmukh only, right? Okay, let's kill Shanmukh. Whatever work I am doing since 5 hours, 10 hours, everything will be cancelled. Why? Because Lalita killed my session. All my work will be cancelled, guys, if it is running. So what you have to do? So that this is very common experience. Why? Because sometimes 2 DBS, 3 DBS will try to connect. Sometimes other Windows team also will connect. Sometimes network team will connect. So at a time, only 2 people will connect. That can be Windows SqlDBA people, or one Windows 1 network, or 2 network guys if network issues are there to troubleshoot, or 2 Windows guys. So any 2 connections it will allow. So when the third person is trying to connect, what will happen, guys? So he can see the 2 active sessions. So you can kill, okay, either of the sessions. But before killing, take the approval from them. You can see the usernames on the screen who logged into the machine. Ping them. It will show you idle since 10 hours, idle since 5 hours, idle since 2 hours, idle since 30 minutes. So who is showing more time, idle since this much time, more time, maybe he is not using the server. It is going to clearly show you idle since 30 minutes. So since 30 minutes, the connection is idle, nothing is working. You can ping him, hey, can I connect to the server? Seems you have an active connection. Is that okay if you log off, or is that okay if I kill your session? If he said, okay, no problem, if you can kill the session, you can enter. So you can kill it. Why? Because he's not running. It's showing idle, right? Idle means not running. So definitely you can kill either of them. But before killing, take the approvals. Without approvals, you cannot kill it. Otherwise, they might escalate the issue. Okay, Lalita killed my session. All my work is wasted since 2 hours, whatever I'm doing. So they can escalate to manager. This is how the things will work when you connect to the server, guys. Clear? Everyone, any
One
questions?
doubt. If any
Yes.
person
Yeah.
log off, then can we know who did that for us?
Sorry, I'm not getting him. If any?
For example, if 2 people are there and the third person entered and work is lost and we came out, then can we know who because of whom
Okay,
we are
the
out?
other people can know whether that is not possible. That is not possible.
Okay.
So your question is, for example, you are trying to connect. Already 2 connections are there. Whether the other 2 people know that you are trying to connect, or
Not that.
or you
If
log off from the server. Okay.
Who
accidentally
killed? She
person
want to know who killed the session.
That
Opposite.
see if the person is active on the screen like this. Now I am active on the screen, right? I can see if you are killing my session. I can see Hema killed my session. Only one pop-up will come and it will go. The connection will go.
so then they can complain to the
Yeah,
management.
they can track it. They can easily track it. Clear, guys?
Shanmukh, is this information will be there in logs?
Yeah.
Windows
Everything will be
logs?
there. Everything will be there. Everything
Like
will be there.
who disconnected the
Correct.
session
Will be
and
there. Yes.
okay.
Everything will be logged.
Can we increase the sessions limit?
No, we
Is
cannot
it
increase. That's the by default. Even company CEO also has to wait for third connection. There is one more option. There is one more option. I hope Windows team will know that. Any Windows guys we have? One Windows guy should be there. Okay. There is one more option that is called admin console. Okay. So what you have to do, you have to add admin at the end of the server name or IP address /admin. This is called admin console. This is the third extra connection it will allow you. But only one admin console will be there. So max to max, but generally don't use this. Admin people and all generally don't try to use this. This is the last option. Okay, what you have to do, even the 2 connections are there, we can use /admin at the end of the IP address. So if you give, then okay, same, you will get the same connection. You will get the third connection, that is admin console. Okay, but people generally don't use this generally. If that is the last option, very important. Both are already working, so they are not going to release the any of the sessions. So you can use admin console, guys. How to use admin console? After IP address or after the server name, you have to give /admin. Okay. Chalo, guys, are we good?
Yes.
Right. Done. Any questions, please? We are done for now. Any questions? Most welcome. Otherwise, we are good to close the session for now and we'll connect in the evening. Now I can start installation, but the thing is, it will be like the things are not going to be completed right in this session. So that's why let's start a fresh session in the evening for the SQL Server installation. Okay. Yes, Rishikesh, please.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, can you please tell me once that how is there chance to lose our Windows operating system, sir?
Very
Where
simple.
if
Very
we buy.
simple. Very simple. Very simple. I gave you the softwares, right? You will download the softwares, right? When you downloaded the software,
Okay.
you will keep it in one folder, right? Like this. Correct. All guys create
Yeah,
a
sir.
separate for guys create separate folders for software. So do one thing. Create batch 53 folder in your laptop. In batch 53 folder, SqlDBA batch 53. You can create in that. Create one folder for softwares. Create one folder for notes. Create one folder for what other things we'll have. Maybe notes and softwares. Maybe extra things that you want to track like shortcuts and all. Keep it in that. Why? Because if you organize the notes properly, then it will be good. You will get interest to practice. If you don't know where you downloaded the software, if you don't know where you kept the notes and all, you don't get interest. Chalo. So now you'll download the softwares, right? You can see the things like this. When you double click on this, that's it, gone. Okay. So apart from this, I mean to say, apart from Windows Server operating system, you can double click on anything. Nothing will happen. It is not going to create any problem. But when you double click on the Windows Server operating system or when you right click open, okay, then it is going to create a problem. The operating system will be overlapped. I mean to say overwritten. Your existing OS will be overwritten by the server operating system. Okay, so this is one thing that you have to remember. So how to open this?
So,
Only
sir,
thing is
how?
you have to settings and storage attach here by using this choose virtual disk option file, attach the software, okay, Windows 2019, attach it, open, that's it. In that way, you can attach and you can double click on it. So this machine will read the operating system. If you double click on that, your laptop will read the operating system.
Yes.
Okay, done. Clear,
Thank you,
guys?
sir. Got it.
Yeah. Are we good?
Sir,
Yes, yes.
Saturday evening class, you will upload in the
Yeah,
drive,
yes,
right?
don't worry, guys. I just created a drive, Google Drive. So I'm going to upload the Saturday evening class in the Google. I mean, every class will be uploaded in the drive itself. You'll get the access. Okay, you don't worry, Sunita. You'll get the access, no?
Yeah, just for Sunday class
Yeah, I got it.
continuity.
Yeah. I know the challenges. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Sunita.
Shanmugh, I have a small doubt.
Please.
Yeah, when installing the .NET framework, you specified giving the path, right? Can you
Correct.
please explain it once again? I didn't catch up.
No problem. So if you go to this, if you go to this D drive, actually the OS will be attached as a D drive in the server my computer. Again, I'm specifying server my computer.
Okay.
So open this and here you can see sources folder. Open this and you can see SXS folder. In this folder, .NET framework files will be there. This path you have to give at the end of the .NET framework installation setup. That's it.
Okay, Shanmugh, thank you.
Okay, yeah. Questions, please.
Shanmugh, can you please share the software links for me so that I can download it?
I'll text you, Hima. I'll text you. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Shanmugh, you told me that double click on Windows Server, it will be gone now. For that purpose, fourth last Sunday night video, we have to choose download virtual Oracle box. It will be better, no? That one.
That's what I said right now. You have to download, you have to install Oracle VirtualBox.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to practice. And that's why we are using this setup. That's why even though we have virtual machine setup, still people by mistake they'll double click on the softwares.
Okay.
That's why. So don't do the mistakes. So that's why I said like people they might think that okay, Shanmugh opened like this, right? Okay, I'll also open like this. Actually, I don't open any OS files. I'll attach it, I'll double click it, but somehow they'll remember somewhere and double click, dig, done.
Okay, fine.
Shanmugh, my OS, something happened in my laptop. Can you check once? They will ask me. I can easily check the screen and all. It will show you the installation of operating system. Okay, chalo, tata, bye bye. So your OS is gone. You have to reinstall the OS. There is no solution. So that's why please double click on the OS file. Remaining everything you can, if you do a double click also nothing will happen. But OS file, if you double click, it will overwrite your existing laptop operating system, guys. Okay. Chalo. Done. Any questions, please?
Sir, what is the extension of this file? It means OS file or
Dot
exe
ISO.
file?
.iso. Disk image file.
Okay.
You can see like this only. When you download it, you can see like this only.
Okay.
Okay. Chalo guys, are we good? I guess. Then that's it for now. Okay. So we'll connect in the evening and US people today morning. I mean tomorrow morning. And then we'll continue the SQL. Very important class from today evening onwards. The main session will start. SQL Server installation. Very important. Don't miss it. Okay. Chalo guys. Thank you guys. We'll connect in the evening. Bye.
Thank you,
What
sir.
time
Bye.
Thank
the
you,
session will
Shanmu.
be starting?
Yeah. Dinesh, what happened, Dinesh?
Evening session timings.
Sir, I'm not
Thank
getting
you.
Dinesh.
At what time will we
Same,
start evening session?
7 p.m. Morning 7 a.m., evening 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you,
Bye,
sir.
sir.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
sir.
Thank you. Bye.